Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to learn how to use an AI agent to manage and organize your email inbox. So I am an owner of a real estate agency and I receive a lot of emails on my Gmail account like the leads inquiries, appointment bookings or many important documents. Now categorizing all these emails and then adding them to their corresponding label is very time consuming. So for this process, I have created an AI agent using Pabbly Connect. How this AI agent works is that as soon as I'm going to receive a new email on my Gmail account, automatically an AI agent is going to generate the category of the mail, okay? Whether it's a lead inquiry, appointment booking or important documents. And according to the category that is generated, that mail is going to be added to the label that I've created in my Gmail account. I have created number of labels in my Gmail account. So if you want to learn how to create this AI agent for yourself, for your business, then let me take you to my screen. In this video, we're going to learn how to use an AI agent to manage and organize email inbox. So I am an owner of a real estate agency business and managing my inbox efficiently is crucial to staying organized and responsive. My inbox is filled with buyers' inquiries, new property listings, open house invites, and important documents from clients and colleagues. I use Gmail to receive and categorize all my emails. To streamline my workflow, I use an AI agent to analyze incoming emails and then sort them into predefined labels like lead inquiries, appointments, and documents. This ensures I never miss important emails while reducing manual efforts. Once an AI agent is going to categorize the email, I use Gmail again to add that email into the category of the labels that I've created in my Gmail account. This AI-driven automation helps me stay and focused on closing deals while ensuring my inbox remains organized effortlessly. And I'm going to create this amazing AI agent using Pabbly Connect. So on the screen, you can see the website of Pabbly Connect, that is pabbly.com/connect/INR/. After browsing this website, we need to sign into our Pabbly Connect account. But if you're a new user, you can sign up for free and get 100 free tasks every month. So as I'm an existing user, I'm going to sign in to my Pabbly Connect account. After signing in, you can see the all Pabbly apps in front of you, in which you can see all the products that Pabbly provides, from which we are going to select this Pabbly Connect by clicking on this Access Now button right over here. Then Pabbly Connect's dashboard is going to appear in front of you, on which we are going to start our automation by creating a workflow. For that, click on this top right corner button right here that says Create Workflow. A dialog box is going to appear in front of you, which is asking for the workflow name and for us to select a folder. So for the name of my workflow over here, I'm going to give it as AI agent to manage and organize email inbox. Okay, so this is my name to the workflow. And for the folder, from the left side of the panel, you can see I've created multiple folders in my Pabbly Connect account, from which I'm going to select a specific one in which I want to save this workflow in. For that, click on this drop down. These are the folders from which I'm going to select AI agent automations as the folder I want to save this workflow in. After giving the name to the workflow and selecting the folder, I'm going to click on this create button in order to create a workflow. A workflow is created in the name of AI agent to manage and organize email box, and you can see that there are two windows in front of you. One over here says trigger, other says action. So what is trigger and action? Trigger and action are the two most important steps of our automation process because our process depends on these two principles. Over here, trigger says when this happens and action says do this. That means what is action? Action is a response towards our trigger. In an automation process, there can be only one trigger step but multiple action steps. We are going to set up our trigger step first. And for the trigger application over here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select it as email parser. Now, why am I selecting my trigger application as email parser? Because we do not have Gmail as our trigger application in Pabbly Connect. So now how can we have the data? How can we fetch out the data of all the emails that we receive in our Gmail account? With the help of this amazing feature by Pabbly, that is email parser. With the help of this feature, you can fetch out all the emails that you're going to receive in your Gmail account, okay? And for the trigger event, I'm going to select as new email received. After selecting the trigger application and the event, you can see that Pabbly Connect has provided us email parser address. Using this address, we are going to build a connection between Pabbly Connect and our Gmail account. So firstly, I'm going to copy this email address from here. After copying the email address, log into your Gmail account that you want to connect to Pabbly Connect. So this is my Gmail account right here. And I want to connect this account to Pabbly Connect. In order to do that, what you have to do is over here, you have to click on the settings button of your Gmail account and click on see all settings option right here. You're going to come towards the settings page of your Gmail account. From the panel, go to forwarding and POP-IMAP option right here. It says forwarding. It says add a forwarding address. Click on this button right here. Now over here in the new address field, paste the address that Pabbly Connect has provided us. And then click on this next button right over here. As I've done that, this new dialog box is going to appear in front of you, on which you have to click on this proceed button as we are going to proceed with this email address. So I'm going to click on this proceed button right here. It says a confirmation link has been sent to this email address to verify permission. Okay. Now we have to verify this email address and how we can have the confirmation link. For that, open the workflow that you have created and scroll down. Over here, you can see that we have received the response. In this response, if I'm going to further scroll down, you can see we have received this body text right over here. If I'm going to open over here this body text, you can see in the body text, I have received this link. Okay, so I'm going to copy this link from here. I'm going to copy it from here and open this link in a new tab. This is the confirmation link that we have received in the body text over here, okay, in our workflow. Now this is the confirmation link. I'm going to click on this confirm button because this is the email address that I want to connect to my Pabbly Connect account. So I'm going to click on this confirm button right here. It says confirmation success. As soon as the confirmation is done successfully, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this recapture email parser response button right over here, as I want to capture the response of the email instead of this response that we have received. Okay. So now as I've done that, I'm going to go back to my email account. I'm going to refresh the settings page from here. As I refresh the page, you can see an option comes over here, forward a copy of incoming email to. In this field, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to copy this email address from here and paste it right over here. We have to forward it to this email address, okay? And now to save the changes, if I'm going to scroll down, click on the save changes button right over here to save the change. Now, if I'm going to go back to my settings option, you can see over here, this email address has now been successfully added to my Gmail account. As now this email address has been added to my Gmail account, now what is going to happen? We are going to receive a lot of emails and all the responses of all the emails that we're going to receive is going to be captured in our workflow right over here, okay? So now to test whether email parser is successfully working or not, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write a new email and send it to this account that I've connected to Pabbly Connect. And after doing that, I'm going to check whether this workflow captures the response of the new email being received or not, okay? So I'm going to write a new email with the help of another Gmail account right over here, okay? So firstly, over here for the subject, I'm going to write it as, this is the subject of the email, that is interested in 2 BHK apartment, need details, okay? So this is the subject. And for the body of the email, I'm going to write it as, so this is the body of my email. Hi Dream Properties. I came across your listing for the 2 BHK apartment in Bhopal and I'm very interested. Could you please share more details about the pricing, amenities and availability? Also, is there a possibility to schedule a viewing this week? Looking forward to your response. Best regards, Michael Smith, michaelsmith@example.com with a dummy mobile number. So this is the email. I'm going to send this email to this account that I've connected to Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to select the recipients right here. I've selected the email, okay? And then I'm going to click on the send button to send the mail, okay? You can see over here, I successfully forwarded this email. You can see right over here, okay? So as now this email has been forwarded, I'm going to open my Gmail account. And in my Gmail account, you can see over here, I've received this email successfully, okay? So this is the account that I've connected to Pabbly Connect. So as now I've received this email successfully, I'm going to open my workflow over here and scroll down. And yes, you can see the response of the email has also been captured in our trigger. Let us tally the response. I'm going to further scroll down. This is the subject of the email, that is interested in 2 BHK apartment, need details. Okay, this was the same subject. If I'm going to further scroll down, you can see we have received the body of the email, that is Hi Dream Properties, and this was the same email. You can see right over Michael Smith. This is the email and the phone number, okay? So as now we have received the response of the email successfully over here in our trigger, this means that email parser has now been successfully working and our trigger setup is done. Now whenever we're going to receive a new email in our Gmail account, like in this manner, automatically the trigger over here is going to capture the response of that. And this trigger is going to capture the response of each and every email that I'm going to get in this Gmail account. And there are a lot of spam emails as well as promotional emails that is not needed in this workflow that I'm creating right over here. So to eliminate all the not required emails in this step, what we can do is we're going to set up our action step. And for the action application, I'm going to select as filter by Pabbly. With the help of this amazing feature, we can filter out the values according to our requirement. We're going to filter the emails that we want to categorize in our Gmail account according to our requirement. Okay. Action event is going to be filter values, and then I'm going to click on this connect button. After clicking on connect, it is asking for us to select the label. Okay, we are going to select the label first. For the label, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the label as the subject, because in the subject I receive most of the important words, okay, like the interested, appointments, need help, details like that. So if the subject contains, I'm going to write over here as, so if the subject contains this word interested, then only this workflow should be further executed. Okay. So this is the first value. In the similar manner, we can add multiple values in or condition. You can see this or condition button. I am going to click on it. Again, for the select label over here, I'm going to select the subject of my email right over here. This is a subject contains, and over here, I'm going to write over here as apartment. Okay, so this is the second value. In this manner, I'm going to add multiple values right over here. You can see I've added many other filters. The subject contains information, details, availability, rental, property, and appointment. Okay. If the subject will contain any of these words, what is going to happen? This workflow is going to filter that email and should be run further. Okay. If I'm going to click on this save and send test request button, you can see the status comes as success and the message comes as condition is true. Okay. Now this workflow is only going to execute as the email contains any of the words that I've added in this filter right here. Okay, so as now the emails are going to be further filtered, now what I want is an AI agent should categorize the emails that I have received. I have selected two categories for the example now, which is one is appointments and other is lead inquiries. Now I am going to receive emails and I want to add those emails into these two labels according to the category of the email that I have received. So now to define the category, we are going to use an AI agent. For the AI agent, what I'm going to use, I am going to use OpenAI right here. Okay, I'm using my AI agent as OpenAI. If you want, you can use Google Gemini or other AI platforms for your AI agent. Okay, and action event is going to be ChatGPT, and then I'm going to click on this connect button. A window is going to appear in front of you. Honestly, click on add new connection, or else you can select the existing connection that you've already created. After that, it is asking for the token. Using this token, we are going to build the connection between OpenAI and Pabbly Connect. And to have the token, click on this hyperlink given here below in the help desk right over here. As you're going to click on it, the API keys page of your OpenAI is going to appear in front of you. And to generate your own token, click on this create new secret key button on the top right corner. It is asking for the name of the key, give the name, select the project and give the permissions as all. After filling in all the required details, click on this create secret key button. A token is going to be generated. Copy it from here and paste that token in this field right over here. I've already done that, so I'm going to select the existing connection and then I'm going to click on the save button right over here. It is asking for me to select the AI model next. For the AI model, I'm using GPT-4o mini, but if you want, you can use other AI models according to your requirement from the drop down. Okay. After that, it is asking for the prompt. What is a prompt? Prompt is a text with the help of which this AI agent is going to generate the content according to our requirement. As my objective is to categorize the emails, for that over here for the prompt, I'm going to specify all the things that I require and do not require in the content it is going to generate. Okay. So where for the prompt, I'm going to write it as, so this is the email you can see right over here. That is, as an owner of a real estate business, managing my inbox efficiently is crucial for staying organized and responsive. My inbox is filled with buyers' inquiries, new property listing, open house invites, important documents from clients and colleagues. I use Gmail to receive and categorize all my emails. Analyze the following email and determine its category based on the content. If the email is from the potential customer asking for property details, availability, pricing or scheduling a viewing, classify it under leads inquiries. And if the email is about confirming, rescheduling or requesting a meeting, call or property tour, classify it under appointments. Just give the name of the category and nothing else, no symbols like hashtag or double sign. Category is lead inquiry and appointment. I've only taken two category right over here, and it is asking for the email content. Email content is going to be the body of the email, okay? So for the data of this field, the email content, I'm going to map the data, which is inserting data from the previous step. So I'm going to insert the data from the previous step of this workflow. How it works is that as soon as I'm going to select this field, these were the previous steps. As I'm going to click on this email parser step, this was the same response that was captured in our previous step. Over here, I'm going to search for the body of my email, okay? You can see that I've received this body text right over here. This is the email. So I want to categorize this email. So I'm going to select the data of this email from my previous response. Now, as I've selected the data from my previous response, you can see over here this data is mapped. And as I've mapped this data, the data has now become dynamic. That means now whenever a new response is going to be captured in our previous step, automatically the new data is going to be updated in place of this mapped data, okay? So after filling the prompt and selecting the model, I'm going to click on the Save and Send Test Request button in order to generate the category. And as I've done that, within few seconds, the AI agent is going to generate the category, and the category of this email is the lead inquiries. That is, I've received the category over here in the content as lead inquiries, okay? As now the category is successfully defined, now what I want is, I want to add this email to the defined category, okay? Now to do that, we're going to add action step to this workflow, and for the action application, I'm going to select it as router by Pabbly. With the help of the router, we can conditionally run this workflow. Action event is going to be conditionally run, and then I'm going to click on this connect button. You can see as I've done that, two routes are going to appear in front of you. First route is going to be the route for the lead inquiries label that I've created in this. You can see right away lead inquiries. First route is going to be for the lead inquiries, okay? And the second route is going to be for the appointment emails, okay? So we are going to set up these routes right over here. For that, click on the set filter and action step right over here. As I'm going to do that, now we have to add a filter in the similar manner that we did before. So firstly, we're going to select the label right over here. And for the label, I'm going to select the content that was generated by my agent, that is the category. So whenever the category is going to be equal to lead inquiries, then only this route 1 is going to be further executed, okay? So this route 1 is for the lead inquiries. That is, I've added the value as lead inquiries. If I'm going to click on the Save and Send Test Request button, the condition comes over here as true and the status comes as success right here, okay? Now this route 1 is only going to be executed if the category in our AI agent is defined as lead inquiries. Now as we have the category, now what I want is, I want to add this email that I've received in my Gmail account under this category, that is lead inquiries. Now for doing that, I'm going to add another action step, and for the action application, as I want to add it in my Gmail account, I'm going to select as Gmail right over here. An action event over here is going to be add update label to email. Then I'm going to click on this connect button. A window is going to appear in front of you. On just click on add new connection, or else you can select the existing connection that you have. After that, click on connect with Gmail right over here. This window is going to appear in front of you, which is asking for me to select an account. I'm going to select this account right over here because in this account, I'm managing my inbox. So I'm going to select this account right here. As I've selected the account, it is asking for the permission for this account. So I'm going to click on this allow button. As this is a safe process, my data is perfectly saved with Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to click on this allow button right here. And as I've done that, you can see I've successfully authorized Gmail to Pabbly Connect. As I have authorized over here, if I'm going to scroll down, it is asking for the email to be labeled, okay? We have to select an email that we have to label right over here. So now we can't just simply select the email from the drop down. We have to select the email as we have to map the data, okay? As we're going to receive multiple emails, we can just not select this email right over here, okay? So now in order to have this email labeled, we have to add another action step, that is going to be find email. So we're going to find this email first. For that, I'm going to add another action step right over here. And for the action application over here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select it as Gmail again right here. And action event is going to be find email. And then I'm going to click on this connect button, on which I'm going to select the existing connection. But if you want, you can add a new connection right here. It is asking for the search query. Over here, I'm going to map the data of the body that I've received of the email right here for the search query, okay? And then I'm going to click on the Save and Send Test Request button after mapping the data of the body right here. And as I'm going to do that, in the response, we are going to receive the thread ID. I'm going to receive the response of this message ID, okay? And as now we have the message ID, what I'm going to do is I'm going to map the data of that ID right here. So how to map in place of this field? Toggle this map button on, erase the existing data from here, and in this step, we have received the ID. So I'm going to search for the ID right over here. So this is the ID. I'm going to map the data of the ID in the email to be labeled field right over here that we have received in the find email step, okay? After that, it is asking for the labels to add. I want to add this email that I've mapped right over here to the label that I've created in the name of lead inquiry. So I'm going to add the label. If you want, you can also remove. I do not want that, so I'm going to skip the part, okay? After adding the email to be labeled and selecting the ID of the label, I'm going to click on this Save and Send Test Request button right here. As we have done that, we have received a response and this is a positive response. If I'm going to open my Gmail account and lead inquiries label right over here, you can see automatically this email has been added to this label, that is lead inquiries. You can see right over here, okay? So as now this email is added, this means this route 1 for the lead inquiries has now been successfully set up. I'm going to rename this route 1 over here as lead inquiries, okay? This is the route 1 right here, okay? After setting up my route 1, I want to set up another route for the second label that I've created, that is appointments. Now for doing that, I'm going to simply clone this first route from here because I don't want to start from scratch. So I'm going to simply clone the route and I'm going to rename this route over here as appointments, okay? I'm going to update the name. Now we're going to set up this route for appointments right here. You can see automatically the steps are set up right over here as we have cloned the route. Now over here for the filter values, instead of this lead inquiries, I want it as appointments. So over here I'm going to select it as appointments, okay? So whenever the message that has been generated by our AI agent is going to be equal to appointments, the category is going to be equal to appointments, then the second route, that is the appointments, is going to be executed. If I'm going to click on the Save and Send Test Request button, the status comes as error and the condition comes as false. Why so? Because over here in our OpenAI, the category is not equal to appointment, it is equal to lead inquiries. That is why the status comes as false and it comes as error right over here. Now, as the filter setup is done, I'm going to leave this Gmail find email step as it is because I don't have to make any changes in this step right over here. I have to make changes in this step, that is add update label to email right here, okay? And now over here what I'm going to do is for the label IDs, instead of lead inquiries, firstly I'm going to refresh this field from here. After refreshing the field, if I'm going to over here click, you can see over here we have received the lead inquiries. I'm going to select the appointments in place of it, okay? And after that, I'm going to click on this Save and Send Test Request button over here. And after that, I'm going to simply click on the Save button right over here, okay? So this step has now been saved, okay? I have not clicked on the Save and Send Test Request button. Then what is going to happen if I'm going to do that? This email is also going to be added in this label right over here, which I do not want. So that is why I've clicked on this. So that is why I've clicked on the Save button right over here, okay? So now both of our routes, the lead inquiries and the appointments, are set up successfully, okay? So as now both of our routes are set up, now I'm going to test this workflow. And how I'm going to do that? I'm going to send another email through my Gmail account. And after doing that, I'm going to check whether that email according to the category has been added in the label that I've created in my Gmail account or not, okay? And that email that I've sent, I'm going to check whether that email has been added to my Gmail account according to the category defined or not, okay? So now let us test our AI agent, okay? For that, I'm going to write in another email over here. I'm going to add the subject and the body over here as... So this is the email right here, that is request to schedule a property viewing. Hi Dream Properties, I like to schedule a viewing on 3 BHK apartment in Indore that you have listed. I'm available on 9th April 2025 at 12 p.m. but I can adjust if needed. Let me know if the time works for you or suggest any alternative. Looking forward for your confirmation. Best regards, Sarah Thomas, sarah@example.com with the dummy mobile number. This is the email. I'm going to select the recipient right over here, my email address. So I've selected the recipient. Now I'm going to send this email right here, okay? You can see that I've successfully forwarded this email right over here. Now I'm going to open my Gmail account and over here I'm going to wait for a few seconds. I'm going to refresh this field of appointments from here. And as I refresh, you can see automatically this email has been added to this label appointments right over here. As this was an appointment email, automatically that email has been added to my appointments label right here, which is going to request for a schedule of property viewing. You can see this was the same email. It's been added in this label, but this email is not added to my label, that is lead inquiries. You can see right over here, okay? So as now this email has been added, this means now this AI agent that we have created with Pabbly Connect is successfully working. So now to sum till now what we have done, what is going to happen with this AI agent, that as soon as I'm going to receive a new email in my Gmail account, according to the category defined by the AI agent, it is going to be added to the label that I've created in my Gmail account. And for that, I have created this AI agent to manage and organize my email inbox. So this was it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Not just with these applications, you can create automation between multiple other applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. If you have any questions, you can contact us on support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can check the queries on forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, then you can check out this link. If you like this video, please do subscribe to our channel, hit on the like button, comment on if you have any questions or doubts, and please share this video.